All right, guys, let's do something a little different again today. I want to narrate this incident, this road rage incident that happened in California. I seen it come across my feed, so I said, let me go ahead and talk about this because, you know, I, I've been telling you guys for a while. Somebody who's been doing a lot of driving for the past, I don't even know, maybe 14, 15 years. I have seen some dramatic changes in people's behavior. It just seems like people are unhinged. They're very erratic in their driving decisions. They don't seem to care about human life anymore. I told you guys about people driving through a McDowell's parking lot at 40 miles per hour. It just seemed like they're not even paying attention that somebody could just jump out or a little child can run out. People are driving around like they do not care about human life. They only care about where they gotta go, and that's it. I mean, really, when you look at it, man, humans are really not above animals when you think about it in their behavior, especially these days, the things that I'm witnessing. And I'm going to go ahead and play this, guys, because, some things I want to talk about. I told y'all that this country has an issue with taking care of their priorities. They're focused on the wrong things like football stadiums, stuff like that. Meanwhile, people are just losing their minds out here, and no one seems to care. No one seems to be investing money in things, that actually matter. You know, but this incident, I watched it and I'm just like, see, there you go. I mean, I'm seeing guys driving around out here. It's like, how the hell do they even have a license? I told y'all, how it's no use speeding and stuff like that because the way the construct is made, if you're going to speed, you might as well run red lights because you could be going 45, somebody else could be doing 65, and you can end up at the same stoplight they is, on a 3 or 4 mile, interval. And so it's like, well, why are you speeding for? It's useless. So you're putting people's lives at danger for nothing? Because if you're speeding and you're not actually getting nowhere, then somebody driving 20 miles per hour less than you, then what is the point of you speeding? What are you really doing out there? You ain't doing shit. But let's look at this incident, guys. Just terrible. But let's look at this, and I'll say something about it at the end.
NBC 7 News at 11 starts now. He had like 2 scratches on the right foot. He had no shoes on. He was barefooted in the middle of the freeway, which I thought was like so weird.
Now, witnesses tell us about the moment a driver tried to walk away after investigators say he intentionally crashed into a motorcyclist on the 805 freeway, killing him. Thanks for joining us. I'm Catherine Garcia.
And I'm Mark Mona. We're learning new details tonight about Monday night's crash in Chula Vista, including the names of both the suspect and the victim.
Investigators say 22-year-old Ulysses Jimenez has now been charged with murder. NBC7's Dave Summers spoke to a witness and CHP about what happened.
There's a guy just walking in the middle of the road.
Jenny Keaty and her kids video recorded Ulysses Jimenez barefoot with a handful of cash asking for a ride as he walked away from his crashed Tesla.
Like, this guy's going into moving traffic and he doesn't even care.
The surreal images followed a fatal crash Keaty and her kids narrowly avoided.
I think he was trying to get a ride. People weren't falling for it. And then he started getting mad, like flipping people off.
Moments before that, California Highway Patrol investigators say Jimenez rammed his red Tesla at a high rate of speed into the back of 52-year-old Jorge Uribe Villalobos' new BMW motorcycle, killing him. The Tesla continued, then struck a 2012 black Ram pickup. The 24-year-old man driving it and his 5 passengers suffered minor injuries. The hit and run happened around 8:30 Monday evening, southbound on the 805 at Telegraph Canyon Road.
Jimenez is charged with first-degree murder and hit and run. CHP investigators are now saying there could be more charges. They're still investigating whether he was driving under the influence of drugs. Investigators say this was no accident, that it was intentional. And they know that from statements Jimenez said after his arrest. The two didn't know each other, which may suggest this is a case of road rage.
You mentioned that he appeared kind of out of it.
He
How so?
did. Like his face, like he didn't seem remorseful, like running or like he was walking as if he was walking to a grocery store.
Keedy says police surrounded Jimenez with guns drawn. He didn't immediately do as instructed, but was eventually taken into custody without incident. For Jenny and her family, the road home may never be the same. But she'll certainly be keeping a close eye on what's ahead.
There's a lot of cars that speed. So, just looking over your shoulder a little bit more on the freeway.
Dave Summers, NBC 7.
And according to intake records, Jimenez was arrested and is now being held without bond.
All right, so
Monday night, prime time.
we're gonna look at some. I want to read some comments, but first, let me just make a comment about the situation. Give me 1 second, y'all. Just want to make a comment about the situation. Yeah, guys. So, the thing is, guys. I mean, the whole thing with motor vehicles is that I'm kind of surprised that, to me, the restrictions are too soft on these drivers. I mean, in my opinion, yes, there should be, it should be something to monitor your system before you can actually get behind the wheel of a car. Another thing, too, I've seen a few motorcycle crashes in the past week, so this strikes me as odd. Me personally, I would never ride a motorcycle in the city. I just wouldn't. I mean, I see too much crazy shit out here. Okay? I still see people riding motorcycles without helmets. The only way I get on a motorcycle is if I'm out in the country somewhere with no cars around. Even then, I'll still be wearing a helmet and body gear. I don't know how these people ride on. I see people riding on expressways in the city doing like 85 on a motorcycle, and I'm just like, wow. I mean, I guess a person who does that feels like they really got balls or some shit. I don't know, or maybe they just don't have they don't have a family or children and just don't care or something like that about their life. But I wouldn't do that whether I had a family or not. It's these people in the cities are crazy. But I mean, to me, there should just be more restrictions on like driving a car, like a car actually being able to see if you have alcohol in you or even certain drugs. But it's just kind of weird because and guys, I'm telling y'all, it's just that the stuff that I'm seeing out here since I've been driving for a long time, these people are acting very, very erratic, very unhinged. I see people weaving in and out of traffic, people riding too close on the back of people's cars. And it happens more in the blue states. You couldn't get away with no shit like that in Texas, man. In Texas, you'll get shot. Tailgating somebody, blowing your horn, blinking your lights. But people in Texas, they don't play that shit. I lived in Nevada for 8 years, and I witnessed what it's like to live in a red state. You don't want to be a rude, stupid driver in a red state. Somebody will follow your ass home and shoot you in the goddamn leg just for the fuck of it. So everybody's just nice and friendly in the red states. In the blue states, it's like, everything being experimental. It's like, let's see what happens when no one can protect themselves. You're going to have these idiots rolling around thinking they can just do whatever they want, bump their speakers, ride up behind your car, flash your lights at you, honk their horn at you, be extremely rude for no reason at all either. But just because they can do it. Actually, I ain't gonna lie to y'all guys, about a week ago, I actually followed a guy for about a mile because he had flicked his lights behind me, and I just wanted to put some fear in him, make him think that I was following him all the way to where this guys actually got really freaked out. Then he tried, what he do? He did what everybody always do when they causing trouble. They act like they the victim. I actually put the fear in this motherfucker. I guess, because it's a thing about me. I'm a black man, and You know, I may appear nice on YouTube and smile, but in person, it's kind of different, especially if I'm angry. This guy actually got afraid. Like he thought I was really coming after to get his ass. Because see, the thing was, I was doing the speed limit, and him coming up behind me that close and flashing his lights really made me mad. Because it's like, don't flash your lights behind. Don't be rude. If somebody's doing the speed limit, I mean, I only can judge people by how I judge, uh, the standards I put on myself. If I'm doing the speed limit, there's no reason for somebody to be honking their horn at me or riding or tailgating or flashing light or anything like that. If I'm doing the speed limit, that individual needs to go around. If you want to go any faster and break laws, then you need to go around me. And there was plenty of room for this guy to go around me, but what did he do? No, he didn't want to do that. He wanted to be an asshole. So I decided to be an asshole. See? And then he got afraid. See, it's like, well, if you don't want no trouble, don't start none. See? Let's see what some comments say, guys, about the situation with the motorcycle. Says the Tesla records everything. Well, it needs to have a breathalyzer in it too. People are losing their freaking minds out here. Let me see. You got that right. Nice try, but 1% of the time doesn't equal usual. Kunta Kinte. Says exactly after the pandemic, people started acting more crazy. Yeah, I think so. And we got proof. We got a lot of proof of that. Somebody says microwave mind control. Yeah, well, I'll tell you, when you're under prescription drugs, you can be mind controlled. But I told y'all, just to wrap it up, I told y'all that this country, they need to invest more money. And oh, I know that's the somebody made a comment. Let me see. Says I don't test crazy on the road. People are unhinged as fuck. You got that right. That's why I wouldn't ride a motorcycle in the city. If you don't have any morals, anything can trigger you. That reminds me of Yuri Biznevov. We're still living in a demoralization period. Here's the point I want to see. Y'all see this comment? It says they need to reopen state hospitals. Oh, okay. I didn't know they was closed. It says too many people who should be in them are walking around. You got that right. Ain't that what I just talked about, guys? They're closing down. Let's close down mental facilities. Let's close down hospitals, and so people can have access to help. And let's just spend all our money on football stadiums. This country doesn't have their priorities straight. This is why I told y'all I don't know if I could raise a family in this country. If I did, I mean, I would have to go somewhere. Obviously, that's more, like the country. Like I like the country type stuff. I don't like being around huge populaces of people, especially as things seem to get more and more demoralized. The people are becoming more and more unhinged. I'm seeing it. Y'all. So, yeah, I just wanted to mention that, y'all. Wrap it up here. But yeah, this country they don't have their priorities straight. I don't know that much about hospitals, guys. I haven't been in one in a very long time. But them closing state hospitals, I don't know anything about that. But all I know is that there are not enough mental facilities for what is happening and what is about to happen with these people. It's almost like they're doing it on purpose. They want us to self-destruct. That's what it seems like to me. And that's why I don't want to be living in these cities.